Good afternoon, my name's Phil Grove and I'm leader of Malvern Hills District Council.
And I'm Jack Hegarty, I'm Chief Executive at Malvern Hills District Council.
I'm aware that over the last week, during Democracy Week, questions have been asked of our residents and schools and youth clubs, and we're here this afternoon to answer those questions. Temporary is a real difficult one, and thank you for the question. It's a real difficult one for us for the simple fact that the council obviously needs revenue to be able to provide the services that we do for the whole of the district. Car parking has always been contentious in the nicest possible way.
Yeah.
And I think with regard to Tembury and probably Upton, they have borders whereby they can sort of Tewkesbury, Gloucester and up in Tembury they've got Shropshire and Herefordshire.
Yeah,
so
close to London. Yeah. So yeah, it's the nature of the district, isn't it, Phil, that we've got these borders with other counties, but some of those shoppers come into our towns, especially Tembury, especially.
Yeah. So for the economic side of it, we do appreciate them coming in, and obviously we do know that they bring benefit to those shops and the commercial premises. But of course, I understand the question is, those people who are supporting our town, how can we help and support them with car parking?
Yeah. I mean, I think Tembury has a good offer. It has got free on-street parking, and we've got reasonably priced car parking in our car parks, which hasn't increased over recent years, has it?
No, I think it's remained at about 50p now for quite a while. And there is free car parking that's provided by the town council. But for us, as a way forward, I think that there's possibly something with regard to our permits that we can look at. And to extend that, I know that we've always kept it within the Malvern Hills residents, who obviously the taxpayers for that, but maybe we should be extending that within the parameters of maybe 2 or 3 miles outside that as long as they're in the postcode, that we might be able to look at that in the future.
Yeah, I agree, that's something we should be looking at. Yeah.
Well, Malvern Hills is a special place, isn't it? And those rural areas are really a great significance to those people who live there. I suppose private businesses coming in and taking over, they need to have a business case, they need to find out whether the opportunities are there. And unfortunately, rural areas are not the best accessible places.
I mean, it's a question that could have been asked 50 years ago. That businesses will only work if there's a profit margin for them there, so they have to have the throughput of people to make the work, and that especially true with leisure facilities such as cinemas and things like that. You've got to have the throughput, and unfortunately it's just a fact of life that they can only make it work in the towns. But on the other hand, of course, if you live in the rural areas, you're enjoying a better quality of life.
Well, yes, the crime is a little bit less. You've got the lovely countryside walks and so forth, which obviously people in the urban areas don't have that opportunity. But I don't see that we are able to really do anything with regard to the limited resources that we have at district level to actually make something like that work.
Yeah, I mean, it's the private market will determine where business is open. The best we can do is make sure that our towns have the best offer possible.
Yeah, and that the opportunities are there. Yes, I think we do, and I think there are several schemes that are going on at the moment that will bring that forward. But I think youth forums are going to be a way forward for us, especially to hear what the youth have got to say.
Yeah, I mean, I think you and I, Phil, don't really like the youth parliament concept too much, because there's only a small number of kids can access it. Sort of more local focus groups might be a better idea, might they, in the towns across it, because it's such a big district.
It would be good. Yeah, I mean, to get the diverse ideas from all the youth, and to be honest with you, I welcome it, because I think they really do have some great ideas for us. Dog poo's always been again another issue for many parishes, and I think Upton is no exception. I know that Tembury and even Malvern has the same problems. We do have the opportunity. We have an enforcement team, a street scene team that will be able to help that. So I think we are reliant upon our residents coming forward, telling us where the problems are, and then we can go out and have a look and do the necessary enforcement, and also education as well to that.
I mean, the real answer, isn't it? Because it's Upton this time, but it could be somewhere else. Is responsible dog owners picking up picking up the dog mess. We can do more education and campaigning, and that may
more signage.
And if there is a particular problem in Upton, I think we can alert our
Yeah.
street scene team to go down and look at that.
Oh, that's a very difficult one.
Yeah,
isn't
it is, isn't it? Because I mean, you and I know, Phil, that the successive governments have imposed housing targets upon us. We've got 28,300 to build across South Worcestershire up to 2030. Trying to do that the best way possible. Unfortunately, a lot of communities have had to accept housing growth.
Yeah.
On the other hand, we know there is the demand for housing growth, whether that's young start-up families wanting to purchase houses, whether it's new household formation, etc. So there is always this tension. The best thing we could do is protect our quality landscape, which is what we're trying to do.
Yeah, I think you're right, and as long as we can do that to the best of our abilities, that's what we need to do. Of course, we are obviously guided by the Inspectorate, who obviously has made some decisions across the district, which I know for many residents has not been the best for their particular villages. But we will do everything we possibly can within those policies, within the national policy framework, that we do everything we can to protect our green and lands in the district. From my point of view, I think that's a very good question, and to be honest with you, yes, I think there should be something we can do, and I think that just very quickly off the top of my head, I think that there's a way that we can look at possibly doing not just a 2-hour permit, but possibly a 3-hour permit to run alongside it. There'll obviously be an increase in the cost of that, but maybe that's the way forward.
This is certainly worth looking at.
Yeah.
I suspect the 2-hour permits to allow, especially during the day, turnover of cars to allow people not to park all day. Slightly different thing in the evening, isn't it?
Of course,
where people do go to the theatre and do stay for longer. So it's worth us asking our teams whether or not a longer permit is possible.
And of course, possibly that longer permit would go on to our long stay car parks and not the short stay, so that turnover for the towns and the economics of prosperity of the town would be best.
Yeah.
Okay. I wake up and I love the challenges that government and local government throw at me every day. It's never the same. The 2 days are never the same. And so for me, it's the challenges, and I look forward to them, to be fair.
Similar for me, Phil.
Yeah.
If I knew what every day had, I would have a crystal ball. Every day is different, and that's the challenge of it. But from my point of view, working in Malvern Hills, with the quality of life here, the quality of the environment, it could be a better place to work.
You're quite right. I mean, I just have to look out through the windows of the hills, but also the district as a whole.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful green place, and to be honest with you, I don't know anywhere better to live. On this one.
I mean, what happens, of course, is there's a small number of planning applications require special ecological advice. And it's mainly the big ones, isn't it?
Of course it is,
So there's different ways of accessing that advice. You can have in-house ecologists, or you can access specialists from wildlife trusts. We're quite a small council, so we couldn't afford to employ an ecologist on our own.
No.
But I think we're looking at Wychavon at the minute, aren't we, to see if we can share these types of specialists along planning services.
I think that's right. I think that if we are able to do that and share that experiences, and I know that Wychavon do have someone in-house with those skills, therefore I think that the way forward is for us to use those skills, and obviously for the planning applications up this way.
Good timely, isn't it? Because you and I are due to go to Upton to look at. Actually, we're going to look at alleged rat running through the car park. But while we're at the car park, I think we should look at the number of parent and child spaces and see the balance in terms of other parking spaces.
I think it's a good question. I think that there's for us an opportunity to go and have a look at it, and if there is something that we can do, then why not?